All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because in today's video, what we're going to be talking about is we're going to be talking about TSLY because today I checked in my brokerage account, I'm looking up and I'm like, wow, we had a very significant jump in my recent stock kind of portfolio. And I was like, what is to come of this? What is the reason for this? And when I was looking through, I looked at TSLY and I said, whoa, TSLY is now up to $18.60. So what is with this recent jump in TSLY? Basically, we're going to get into that in this video because TSLY didn't have a really big jump. What it did have was it had a reverse stock split. So today is February 22nd. I warned about this a little while ago in a couple of videos prior, but TSLY just went through a current stock split. And so what we've seen here is the share price double. I'm going to show you guys exactly what this means, and I'm going to change this in my brokerage account to the proper amount of shares and the proper share price, what this means for your current average share, and then obviously what this will mean for the TSLY dividends. So if that does sound good, please do remember to subscribe. We are currently up to 4,144 subscribers. So if you haven't done so, please do remember to subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So today we're talking about TSLY. Pardon me, my computer's being a little bit slow today, but if you can hang with me, that's going to be totally cool. So one thing we notice here is TSLY obviously up to $18.53 currently. Now it's got a 2.5% gain on today. Tesla has roughly about a 4% gain. So you can see here it's not really keeping up today, but this obviously doesn't make up for the fact that it had an $18 share price, a double. And the reason for this is because of the recent stock split, as my screen goes completely black here. Okay, so jumping back here, I currently have 140 shares. My average cost per share is $12.84, which is significantly less than the current share price. And it says here that I have a 44% gain, which is absolutely not true. So what we need to do here is because TSLY had the reverse stock split, really we're taking our amount of shares and we're dividing by 2. So we're going to go 140 divided by 2, which you guys already know is $70 because I know you $70, 70 shares because you guys are the smart ones here. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to take this $18.60 and we don't really need to do anything with this. We just see this $18.60. That is the new current share price of TSLY. But what we do need to do is you guys need to take your average share price. So for me, that's $12.84, and we're going to multiply that by 2. So $12.84, and this is going to become our new average share price for TSLY. So mine is $25.68. So you can see here that although it says I'm up 44%, I'm really down probably about 30% because of the fact that my average share price is now $25 due to this reverse stock split. And the number of shares I have went down as well. So what I'm going to do here is I actually want to currently delete this TSLY position from my portfolio because that is not accurate, that is not correct, that is going to bring me down here, but that is okay. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to add holdings. We're going to put in TSLY and we're going to put the proper amount. So the number of shares, we are now down to 70 shares, and our average share price, just to double check here, I don't need anything there. $25.68. We're going to do $25.68, and this will be my current new share price. This, you can obviously use this exact same strategy for yours and updating your portfolio. That's why you might have seen the jump today, but the jump is really not true. See, now we're back to levels more like we've seen before. Everything's back to normal. We go to TSLY and nothing has changed. Still down about 30%. Obviously, now our shares have been cut in half, but our price has doubled. So what does this mean for TSLY, and what does this mean going forward for the dividends? Well, now for the dividends, what we might see is we might see an adjustment for all these rates, or what we might see, which is probably more likely, is just everything to double. So from 40 cents, we're going to see 80-cent dividends. And from 55 cents, we're going to see $1.10 dividends paid out from TSLY. Now, this is very interesting because if TSLY, for example, pays out a 40-cent dividend like it did, you could see last month, 40 cents right there, and it doubles it, we really are receiving the exact same amount in dividends, 80 cents here. That's obviously kind of correlated to our share amount. Now, if I had 140 shares, we're going to multiply that by 40 cents. You can see here it's roughly $56. And I take my new 70 shares and I'm going to, multiply by 80 cents. you can see it's the exact same marker. So with the reduction of shares will come kind of the ×2 multiple of the dividend, so your yield is going to stay exactly the same. And I understand this is what Jay Pestricilli, the guy who writes all these TSLY Yieldmax options, that's what he mentioned. He said, don't worry if TSLY has a stock split because the dividend is not going to change, which is very true. The dividend's not going to change as long as they keep paying out these high dividends. One thing that will change is if TSLY was to now pay out a 60-cent dividend instead of a 40-cent dividend, then the dividend yield is significantly cut on TSLY. So that's something I'm going to keep notice of, and I'm going to keep you guys updated, obviously, on my channel, because I want to make sure you guys are all up to date with anything that you guys have in your portfolio in terms of high dividends. That's what we do on this channel. Now, without further ado, the last thing I want to say is how Tesla is currently performing. Tesla is currently kind of in a bear trend. You could see here, obviously, by the downtrend, but the MACD is under kind of like that midway point, meaning we are still in a bear trend. What Tesla might do is it might continue down to this level here at about, you could see this. What is this? It says 190. Yeah, roughly about 190. Could trail down all the way to about 160 or so. But for the current time being, we're going to have to see, because it's not at that level yet where we can kind of predict and have a clear-cut, concise prediction. So with all that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This was just a short video to see why my TSLY shares had, or the share price at least had doubled, obviously due to the reverse stock split that TSLY announced. How we're going to kind of apply that to our current amount of shares, you got to divide them by 2. Dividend yield is going to stay the same, but obviously your average share price is going to be significantly higher. And we're going to continue to hold TSLY. It's going to be interesting to see what exactly happens with TSLY going forward, how the dividends play out and everything like that, but I will keep you guys posted. So if you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to subscribe. We're up to 4,144 subscribers now, so thank you to the 2 subscribers we got yesterday. I hope to continue growing this page and continue to provide some value for you guys. So if all was well, I hope you guys do take care. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and have a great Monday. Monday.